Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Kiznaiver's episode 9, and this review may be a little bit on the shorter side. So I'm going to start from the beginning. We start off with the scene where we left off with the meeting between Katsuhira and Sonozaki and a little bit of reveal-y stuff. And we move straight into our opening, which of course I love. It has definitely grown on me. And when we get back, we have Chidori being found by Tenga and Nico, and they meet up with everybody else. Isomu's getting beat up by the Gomarine. Oh gosh, Isomu. And they all get cornered into a room where they start playing a video feed of Sonozaki and Katsuhira, and it's pretty much a love scene just to fuck with Chidori. And I guess it was okay, it was whatever. And then of course they all rush out to go confront them. We get Nico yelling at Chidori, which was really interesting, and seeing our group kind of break down. When they bust in, we sort of have Katsuhira remembering. The Katsuhira remembering scene was really good. He has the Kiznaiver scar on his chest. And he and Sonozaki, of course, confirmed now to be two of the children that were part of the Kizna system program. I guess their parents sold them out. I have a feeling that Urushi, the counselor lady, seems to know a lot about this. Maybe she's... well, I guess they would know if she was one of their parents. So I don't know. She has kind of a weird thing going on, though, where I think she seems like she knows a lot more than she's letting on, or a lot more than we have found out so far. So there is still a little bit of the mystery going on there. Now Katsuhira hugs Sonozaki and he cries, which was really cool to see from Katsuhira. So everybody busts in. Tenga yells at Katsuhira and Sonozaki, which again, you go Tenga. But all of the cheesy ass-pull romance stuff just all blows apart, and it plays a central role, and a lot of it, there was just not set up for it. You can't just pull out romance and say, oh, these characters are now in love with these characters, without the proper setup, and a lot of it's just cheesy. And you know I'm very critical of anime or romance in anime, because it is very often done wrong, and it is not being done very well here. Can it still be salvaged? Of course it can. The show, I believe in it, it can still salvage it, but so far, all of the romance stuff has been really cheesy and bad. Now, I can say that the friendship stuff has been very good. The animation quality, the music quality, the voice acting quality for this series is all super great. But the direction with this romance stuff is way off topic. They should have just stuck to what made the first few episodes great, with the comedy and trying to make them friends, because this romance stuff is not enjoyable to me. It's not very well written, it's not very well put together. It just takes away from the series and is cheesy and bad anime romance, just sort of cliche. So really, I spent most of watching this episode just upset about the wasted potential. There is so much wasted potential in this episode, and really making it so the show in general just, there is a lot of wasted potential here. Do I think they can still bring it back and capitalize on it? Yes, but they have taken just the past 2 episodes and the stuff where they were at the vacation lodge place. That stuff was all such a step in the wrong direction, when the beginning stuff was so freaking good, and the stuff with Maki's past was so freaking good. All of that stuff focusing on friendship and their past and the mystery of it was amazing, and then the stuff focusing on romance has been just drivel. It doesn't do the series any favors at all. So we get Katsuhira confronting Chidori outside, and all of the ending scenes were amazing. I know I just shit-talked this series, but I gotta say what's bad and what's good. The romance stuff is bad, but these scenes with them just falling apart and the hopelessness and showing how everybody fell apart, it was really awesome. The animation, the voice acting, the music was great. The only thing that wasn't good about it is the romantic stuff. Like like Nico out of nowhere saying, "If you don't want Tanga, give him to me." Really, that seems so out of character, and it seems so petty as well. Just that pettiness is it's just so cheesy and cliche. Like, they really just went way off the rails with this romance stuff. It wasn't necessary, and it makes the series worse than it could be. It takes it down a big notch. So no matter how good the animation quality is, and the music quality, and the voice acting quality, all of which is some of the best I've seen in anime in general, no matter how good that is, if the plot is lacking, and when it comes to the romance side of things, it is very much lacking, then there's not much you can do. You need to have a good plot. Like, if you have a good plot, Code Geass, I still say, is possibly one of the best anime ever made. Not really my favorite, but definitely one of the best ever made. Its animation doesn't look very great. Its music is okay. Its music is actually pretty good. I do like Code Geass's music. But the point is, the actual production quality isn't that great, but sorry, bumped the mic. But the actual plot, the actual storyline of it, makes up for that, so much so that it's one of the best ever made, in my opinion. And then with this, the production quality is so great, and yet the plot could be so great at all. There have been so many moments of greatness that I've given the episodes 10 out of 10, but this romance stuff is just dragging it down so much. If this whole romance thing could just be a sort of plot device to try to break them apart so that we can have them getting back together as friends, and even if that's the case, using it as just an obvious plot device is still not a very good thing to do. So, yeah, I've got to say, romance in anime can definitely be done right. There are great romance anime, but the romance in Kiznaiver is not good, and it's dragging down the comedy that it had, the feelsy stuff that it had. It's dragging down the good parts of the show. So once they've broken apart, they kind of hit the conclusion that they just can't be friends. Or at least that's what Maki says, and it's so heartbreaking, and that should be the stuff that they're focusing on. That stuff was really good. And we end with Katsuhira not feeling their pain. And that's pretty much where we end. So like I've already rambled on about, I think that the episode production quality was amazing, and there were very, very good parts. There were very, very good scenes this episode, but there was also a lot of just wasted potential, and a lot of really not good scenes sort of juxtaposed against the really good scenes. So overall, because of the wasted potential and the sadly bad stuff, that I really want to say good things about this series, but the romance stuff is making it difficult. I've sadly got to give this one, like, it was still better than average, I think. I'm going to shit talk it because it was way worse than it should be for this series, but when it comes to anime in general, it was still good. It was on the above average side of things. So I think I'll give it 6 Kiznaiver scars out of 10, or 6 unrequited loves out of 10. Better than average, but I'm disappointed, Trigger. Disappointed. Get your shit back together. There have been great episodes of this anime, and you still have, 3 more left. You can still pull something great off and pull this thing back from the cheesy romance cliche pitfall that it's trapped in at the moment. So, you can still do it, Trigger. I believe in you. So, that's what I thought about this one. Sorry if this is a bit of a somber review, because sadly I had to knock this one a bit. Cause I guess I gotta maintain my my integrity as a reviewer and call shit out when it's bad. And there was a lot of things that were bad. So not gonna harp on that anymore. Like if you did like this video, even if you did disagree, of course, if you want to. And tell me what your thoughts on the episode were. If you think I'm completely wrong, just comment down there and tell me what you think of it all. Tell me what you thought of the review, what you thought of the episode itself. Also, subscribe if you want to, because I will be reviewing the rest of the series and other anime, manga, comics, lots of stuff. We'll be doing gameplay videos as well. So, just, I guess, check out the channel, subscribe if you want. Follow on Twitter if you want as well. And I'll try to keep you updated there on the goings-on of the channel. And that is it. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.